Hi, I'm John Kiewicz from MotorTrend magazine. We're at Willow Springs International Raceway. Today we have two hot contenders ready to duke it out on the track. First up is BMW's 335i, 300 horsepower, turbocharged, intercooled, but hot on its tail is the brand new Infiniti G37, 330 horsepower and high revs. BMW's legendary 3 Series has long been the benchmark for the family-minded mid-size sports coupe, but Infiniti has stepped up with its new G37 with the goal of taking the title. We're in the all-new 2008 Infiniti G37. This is a brand new car. We're at Willow Springs Streets of Willow Raceway. We're going to see how this thing does out on the curves. For 2008, the G37 gets a larger engine, a 3.7-liter V6, putting out 330 horsepower, 270 pounds-feet of torque. So let's see how it does. The old car was a real dream on this track, very predictable. If you got into it real hard, you can get the back end to come around. Yeah, this one's definitely got a little more torque than the old car, which is nice. So far seems very predictable, very linear. Back end comes out a little bit there. The nice thing about this car is it has the sport package on it, which gets a little more aggressive wheel and tire, but the big thing that helps out on the racetrack here is it's got oversized disc brakes, which really come in handy on this course. There's a couple of corners that you're over 100 miles an hour. You get hard on the binders, like right here. Go down. This is the back bowl. Little bit of tail out drift there, but pretty good. Tires are still getting up to temperature. And this is the most difficult part of the course. This real fast chicane here. Gotta be real careful. A lot of people go off there. A little bit of understeer, but if you give it a little throttle, it'll bring it right around. The transmission and the shifter on this are real nice. Real easy to get a gear. You're not going to miss a shift at any point. This does make 330 horsepower, but I kind of wish it had a little more torque. When you get it on the upper revs, it really goes, but it takes just a little bit to get there. Yeah, very nice brakes there. Turn-in is pretty crisp. And like right there. A little bit understeer, you give it some throttle, pushes it into neutral. This is a fun corner here. You can go a lot of tail out slide there. If you just give it a little bit of gas. And the nice thing about this new G37, it's like the old G35 that it's real predictable. So when it steps out, if you're a decent driver, you can catch it and not have a real expensive day. Some other cars have a much higher threshold before they step out, but when they do, they present a real wicked side that's basically going to have you calling a tow truck. But this car is very predictable, very nice. And the upper revs, the engine makes a nice sound. I prefer a little more growl, but not too bad. A little bit of wind noise coming from the A-pillars here. Here's the real tricky part of the course. Got lots of tire tracks there from people going off. Brakes are real nice. There we go, look at that. Nice controllable drift. This car's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the last iteration of the G35 and its sports car brother, the 350Z. Very predictable, very nice street cars, but when you take them to the racetrack, they're quite fast. And this car is that plus more. They've done a really nice job on the wheel and tire package. When I was driving up here, the car wasn't as stiff as I thought it was going to be. There we go. Real easy to catch when it steps out. They've really done their homework with this car. Although most people will never take this car to a track, I'm telling you, this thing can be really competitive out here. You might want to do a brake pad change if you're doing repeated laps. So far, there's been zero fade on these brakes. These are real big, oversized calipers and rotors. And they've been real good on the pedal feel and modulation. This is a real fast sweeper here. Go down 2 gears. We're in the back bowl, going about 55. Tail's just ready to step out there, but it holds in. Once these tires get a little bit of heat, they respond pretty well. And here we go. Really charging hard on this one. Look at that, look at that. Oh, nice. The car started to slide and then recovered. There we go, yes. Wow, this thing's really surprising. I'm shocked. This is a little rocket. Very nice car. They've absolutely done their homework with this thing. Very fast, very enjoyable, and very safe, which is a big plus. Kudos goes to the Infiniti team on this car. It's a real dream. After numerous hot laps behind the wheel on the stellar new Infiniti G37, it's time for some seat time in BMW's turbocharged 335i. Come along for a ride in the next video at MotorTrend.com.